AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all. What is Karl Anthony Towns thinking about when he's on the court? And I'm saying it's tougher for him to play with Jalen Brunson out there.
I mean, the way I was looking at it tonight, fortunately, Jalen Brunson was in foul trouble, so Cat had to get it going, right, in the fourth quarter. But when he came back in the game, immediately you saw Jalen Brunson go into kill mode. And at that point, we needed that big buck. He hit a tough floater in the lane and down the stretch. It was like maybe under 2 minutes to go. And he hit a really tough floater against Naismith, his nemesis. He's garbage. Get him out of here. But he hit a tough floater on him. And that's the type of shot you need from Brunson, right? Down the stretch of a game, maybe he's not shooting it well. You go to Cat if Cat got it going. 9 times out of 10, he's going to be able to take advantage of his matchup. There's not many guys in the league that I can find that's going to be able to take Karl Anthony Towns out of a game if he's playing the way he's supposed to play. The level of aggression that he played with tonight is exactly how he's supposed to play. Now, how do you manufacture that while Brunson is on the floor? And that's the question that you're asking right now. For me, I think that that's a case-by-case basis. Tonight called for that. Brunson didn't have it going. He didn't shoot the ball well. He was in foul trouble. Karl Anthony Towns, they can't guard him. So, yeah, you take advantage of your matchup right now for sure. But if you're the point guard, if you're our leader, the captain, you got to be able to gauge that on a night-by-night basis. You know that you're the closer. The last 5 minutes of the game is yours. But if it takes the first 40 minutes of the game to establish Karl Anthony Towns, then that's what we got to do. That's what we have to do. So I don't know what any other way for us to slice this. Every time during the season, if we look back on it as well, there's a lot of key wins that we had playing through Cat. We came to y'all guys a lot of nights on Knicks Rehab to say, yo, when we play through Cat, we're a little different. And when we play through Cat, it's not always catch it and he's a black hole. He's a hell of a passer. Very underrated. His passing ability is not talked about enough. And so I'm very confident in him making decisions when he gets the ball, whether that is to go or whether that is to make a good pass. Brunson has some ill-advised turnovers today, especially in that first half, that was pissing me off. So if we know that we could go to Cat and he's going to make good decisions and you can play off the ball, Brunson, and go down the stretch and make big plays, I think that's the way to go.
What you thinking, AllBall? You think that it's a thing? Brunson and Cat on the floor not figured it out all season?
I can't put my hand on it, right? But I'm gonna say this. I think it's Brunson's fault because he's the point guard. My thing is you exploit the mismatch. Brunson doesn't have a mismatch on him against Indiana. Cat does. Brunson has to understand we here to play winning basketball and try to win a championship. Do whatever it takes. For me, Brunson has to understand that. He has to be coached. Brunson is not being coached. Brunson must be coached to the point where it's like, yo, bro, you see what happens when you're not in the game. The ball flows, the ball moves. We have a guy, Karl Anthony Towns, that nobody on Indiana can guard. Get him the ball. We know you can get 30, but sometimes your 30, 40 isn't winning basketball. It doesn't win us the game.
I know.
We are here to win a basketball game. So for me, I didn't like Brunson's. Listen, one thing with me, I look at body language. I did not like his body language on the sideline. He didn't look happy. He looked, I don't know what that look was, but it's like, yo, bro, we about to win a game in the playoffs where if we lose this, we out. So are you happy we won or are you unhappy that you didn't get your numbers? I don't know what that was, but I'm very concerned about that. So for me, once again, kudos to Tom Thibodeau. Because, if Tom Thibodeau is the old Tom Thibodeau, you put Brunson in and it just messes up everything and we lose this ball game, a la game 1. So for me, Brunson and Cat and the coaching staff needs to have a conversation. Because there's no way in the world we look like this. But when Brunson gets in, it doesn't look like this. Like I said, the mismatch you exploited. Turner, Siakam cannot guard Cat. Cannot guard Cat. Brunson, you're the point guard. Get him the fucking ball. What's wrong with you having 15 and 12 and we win the ball game? Instead of you having 40 and we lose the ball game. He has to make his mind up, fellas. And that's just my opinion. He has to make his mind up.
But can we address Tory B though, real quick though? Because that's what happens, unfortunately, is that it comes off as though we may be trashing to, but hold on, because that's not the direction, because quite honestly, yes, we understand what has got us here, right? We can't discount who he's been for us. But when we do play bad, the flaws are, they shine. And one of our biggest flaws is the fact that we start our offense a lot with 10, 8, 6 seconds left in the shot clock after he has pounded the rock and has done nothing to create anything else but for himself. And so, yes, a lot of times when we does get great shots is because he's killing this matchup. We don't take that. But a lot of times when we going down the stretch of these games, deep into the playoffs, yeah, we got to be able to say, hey, Deuce McBride, you got to be able to hit a big shot for me, baby. And part of that is letting everybody touch it. So, no, we're not trashing Brunson tonight. But quite honestly, when he's not hitting shots, he's got to be able to do something else. Something else. But besides dribble the air out of the basketball and getting everybody else involved, making the hockey assist. You don't got to make the pass that's directly to the assist. You can make the pass to make the other, you know what I'm saying? To open up and get somebody else open. So, we love you, Tory B, but we don't want to confuse it that we trashing him, but he's got to continue to get everybody else involved and understand that this is not last year in terms of who we are offensively. We are a potent team when we get it going offensively. So big shout out to Brunson, but our guys came through for him when he didn't play well tonight.
Big shout out Cal in the building. All things hoops.
Yes,
That's
all
family
things
right
hoops.
there. Big shout out Cal. Appreciate you. But hold on. I love Tory B.
We love her, of course.
Tory B family. But I got to be honest. I'm going to trash Brunson tonight because he was terrible. What are we talking about? Listen, we got to be honest. On AllBall TV, Knicks Rehab, we're nothing but honest. Nobody's the biggest stand for Jalen Brunson than me. I argue with people all day he's the best player in the NBA, and I get roasted. But we got to call a spade a spade. If Tom Thibodeau didn't acknowledge how bad Brunson was tonight and kept him in the game where we watched him continue to force shot after shot, he didn't have no rhythm. He just looked out of whack. We don't win this ball game. I need Brunson to be the leader and the captain that we know he is. I need you on that sideline cheering. We are about to win a game on the road, coming back down from 20, which if we lose, we're down 0-3 and the series is done. I did not like his body language. And yes, the fouls was horrific. But let's be honest, he commits some of those stupid fouls. So for me, I love Tory B, but I have to be honest, Jalen Brunson deserves a little bit of us talking about how bad he was tonight. But he came up clutch, hit a big shot. But listen, I need Brunson to understand the situation. Cat had it going. If you're going to come in and ruin that, then no, you stay on the bench. We got to get the W.
Yeah, I think that's what,
she don't let us. She be like, oh, no, OG,
nah, because I think
what you say.
Yeah, because that's not what she was saying. I think she was saying that Flea touched on. We can misinterpret what his face looks like on the sideline. Like, remember, he's the guy that says don't go high, don't go too low. And in real time, I reacted like, yo, Brunson, fix your face. But what if that is him trying to stay in the zone? Like, yo, they might ask me to come back in this game. I can't get too high because we winning. Can't get too low because we losing. And that's the coach. If he tells me to go back in, do I smack his hand out of his? Do I smack the clipboard out of his hand? I don't know. But I gotta give props to Tom Thibodeau, man. I do, because Rick Carlisle, again, I keep saying he should have been this should be his 7th conference finals, 11-man rotation, and Tibbs went to 9. He went to 9, and on top of that, the first 3 quarters were kind of clunky with the rotations, but the 4th quarter, he kind of knew who to go to, except for that bum-ass starting lineup that you went back to. There's a reason why you benched Josh Hart in the first place to start the game. Why are you going back to that lineup ever? Ever. They don't produce on either end. Our defense is clunky. The offense is clunky. But going back to my question with Brunson and Cat, remember we've seen him with one-on-one players with Randall and Luka, and he persevered. That's a different style than this. And I think the Knicks never really fully figured out a real offense between the schemes to run with Cat and Brunson. I don't think the pick and pop is that easy for Brunson and Cat. I don't think Brunson dishes the ball out that swiftly on a pick and roll. I don't think Cat moves the way Brunson needs him to move when he's picking and rolling with him. I think Brunson's used to taking the pick and roll and doing and going with the ball and passing the ball out to another one-on-one player. I don't think they figured that out, and that's part of the reason why I think the Knicks are able to pull away with Cat just on the court without Brunson. Because to me, it's also without Cat on the floor, I think we do play better. I think Brunson has better games without Cat on the floor a lot of times because it's just open for them. I don't know if they figured out what they can do to optimize the Cat and Brunson thing, because I saw the stats. They were hitting like the best pick and roll three-pointers, but it doesn't look fluid. It never has. I don't see this. It's not a Utah Jazz style screens out there. I'm sick of the Indiana Pacers throwing a double screen at us and we getting lost. The Boston Celtics were doing that to us, and we haven't ran that really. It's like a horn set that they do over there, fellas. Why aren't we running a horn, like pushing the two guys at the top of the key on a horns play for Brunson and Cat? Confuse the defense a little bit, confuse the Pacers a little bit. And also, one last thing, the Pacers are playing the marathon game with Brunson, and I don't think it's really conducive for him. This just might not be a series, and you got to accept that. You got to be willing to get benched with 7 minutes in the first quarter, because if Deuce could come in there, these minutes from Deuce have been crazy,
phenomenal. Like I don't think you can say anything more about Deuce McBride.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.